Good evening, and welcome to the Honky Tonk Jukebox Hour. I'm your host, the Sugar Daddy. Tonight's show is brought to you by the Aaron Shopping Center of Altavista, located just off 29 on Clarion Road, across the street from Wally World. Aaron's is now leasing at ridiculously low rates, starting at just $6 a square foot. Friends, that is an amazing value. And not only that, you can get 1 month's free rent for each year of lease you sign, up to 5 years. Can you imagine? 1, 2, 3, even 5 months of free rent. Not at the end of the lease, but at the beginning of the lease. That's time to grow your new business. And the Sugar Daddy has worked out a deal with WKDE. It's kind of a 2-for-1 advertising special. So not only can you get free rent, but you can get free advertising for your new business also. You can contact me, the Sugar Daddy, or you can contact Derek at 434-203-0773 for more details. We have spaces available right now that are already finished, and we also have a complete restaurant, 3,800 square feet, ready to roll. So just call today and move your business here. We'd like to have a mattress shop, a tobacco shop, a barber shop, a beauty salon, and what we'd really like to have is doctor's offices or chiropractic offices. Now's the time to start a new business or to move your existing business here. There's plenty of parking, security is great, and it's so convenient just off of 29. So give us a call today and come and be a part of the Aaron Shopping Center. Alright, now we've taken care of that. Alright, let's get on with the show. Tonight's show is dedicated to 1965. We're going to play all songs from 1965. I discovered something quite interesting when I was exploring 1965, and I'll reveal it to you a little bit at a time as we go along. And then next week I want to do 1975, because I think in those 10 years, country music changed drastically. It was unbelievable chain of events that happened in those 10 years, and I think it affected country music. You know, you look back, the Vietnam War and the riots of the late 60s and early 70s, and the politics and Watergate, the onslaught of drug addiction and drug use. A lot of different things happened. I think when you compare the 2 years, and although they're only 10 years apart, they're actually millenniums apart. Well, let's get with it. Here's our first song.
Keep hearing you're concerned about my happiness, but all that thought you're giving me is conscience, I guess. If I were walking in your shoes, I wouldn't worry none. Are you and your friends are worried about me? I'm having lots of fun, counting flowers on the wall. That don't bother me at all. Playing solitaire till dawn with the deck of 51. Smoking cigarettes and watching Captain Kangaroo. Now don't tell me I've nothing to do. Last night I dressed in tails, pretended I was on the town. As long as I can dream, it's hard to slow the swinger down. So please don't give a thought to me, I'm really doing fine. You can always find me here and having quite a time. Counting flowers on the wall, that don't bother me at all. Playing solitaire till dawn with the deck of 51. Smoking cigarettes and watching Captain Kangaroo. Now don't tell me I've nothing to do. It's good to see you, I must go, I know I look a fright. Anyway, my eyes are not accustomed to this light, and my shoes are not accustomed to this hard concrete. So I must go back to my room and make my day complete. Counting flowers on the wall, that don't bother me at all. Playing solitaire till dawn with the deck of 51. Smoking cigarettes and watching Captain Kangaroo. Now don't tell me I've nothing to do Don't tell me I've nothing to do.
Aaron's Shopping Center of Altavista is now leasing at ridiculously low rates, starting at just $6 a square foot. Friends, that is an amazing value. And not only that, you can get 1 month's free rent for each year of lease you sign, up to 5 years. Can you imagine? 1, 2, 3, even 5 months of free rent. Not at the end of the lease, but at the beginning of the lease. That's time to grow your new business. And the Sugar Daddy has worked out a deal with WKDE. It's kind of a 2-for-1 advertising special. So not only can you get free rent, but you can get free advertising for your new business also. You can contact me, the Sugar Daddy, or you can contact Derek at 434-203-0773 for more details. We have spaces available right now that are already finished.
Easy Pay is the easy way to get great furniture at Ashley of Danville. Right now, get complete dining rooms for just $69 a month. There's no credit checks and everyone's approved. Easy Pay is the easy way. Only at Ashley of Danville, Virginia's Ashley Furniture Home Store.
Trailer for sale or rent, rooms to let 50 cents. No phone, no pool, no pets. Ain't got no cigarettes. But 2 hours of pushing broom buys a 8 by 12 4-bedroom. I'm a man of means by no means, king of the road. 3rd boxcar, midnight train, destination Bangor, Maine. Wool worn out suit and shoes. I don't pay no union dues. I smoke old stogies I have found, short but not too big around. I'm a man of means by no means, king of the road. I know every engineer on every train, all of the children and all of their names, and every handout in every town, and every lock that ain't locked when no one's around. I sing trailers for sale or rent, rooms to let 50 cents. No phone, no pool, no pets. Ain't got no cigarettes. But 2 hours of pushing broom buys a 8 by 12 4-bedroom. I'm a man of means by no means, king of the road. Trailers for sale, rent, rooms to let 50 cents. No phone, no pool, no pets. I ain't got no cigarettes, but 2 hours of pushing broom buys
Up every day at 6, bacon and eggs to fix, 4 kids from 1 to 4. Pretty soon there'll be one more. I got old floors to wax and scrub, and there's a dirty old ring in the tub. I'll get a maid someday, but till then I'm the queen of the house. No time to fix my hair, need a new dress to wear. Old clothes will have to do, 'cause the kids all need new shoes. I got bridge club each Tuesday night. He goes out with the boys and gets tired, but when the evening's through, he comes home to the queen of the house. I know the milkman, the ice man, they come every day. They give me tips on the horses to play. And when I've got the time to spare, I sit and wish that I'd picked a rich millionaire. Sing up every day at 6, bacon and eggs to fix, 4 kids from 1 to 4. Pretty soon there'll be one more, but Sundays I'm mighty glad we send the kids to his mom and dad. It's the day that makes me glad I'm queen of the house. Up every day at 6, bacon and eggs to fix, 4 kids from 1 to 4. Pretty soon there'll be one more, but Sundays I'm mighty glad we send the kids to his mom and dad. It's the day that makes me glad I'm queen of the house. Up every day at 6, bacon and eggs.
Ribbon of darkness over me since my true love walked out the door. Tears I never had before. Ribbon of darkness over me. Clouds are gathering over my head that chill the day and hide the sun, that shroud the night when day is done. Ribbon of darkness over me. Rain is falling on the meadow where once my love and I did lie. Now she is gone from the meadow, my love, goodbye. Ribbon of darkness over me, where once the world was young as spring, where flowers did bloom and birds would sing. Ribbon of darkness over me. In this cold room lying, don't wanna see no one but you. Lord, I wish I could be dying to forget you. How I wish your heart could see how mine just aches and breaks all day. Come on back and take away ribbon of darkness over me. Come on back and take away ribbon of darkness over me.
And that wraps up a threesome here on the Honky Tonk Jukebox. The song you just heard, Ribbon of Darkness by Mr. Marty Robbins, was written by Gordon Lightfoot. That song hit number 1 on March 22nd, 1965, and was Marty's 11th number 1 song. And the song we heard before that was Queen of the House by Miss Jody Miller. That song reached number 5 in 1965 and was Jody's first top 5 hit. I guess Jody was a number 5 girl because she had 4 number 5 songs and 1 number 4. In 1971, she made one of Sugar Daddy's favorite songs, Baby I'm Yours. Before that, we heard Roger Miller singing King of the Road, which of course Queen of the House was the answer song to King of the Road. Roger Miller ruled 64 and 65 in country music with songs like King of the Road, Engine Number 9, England Swings, and Dang Me, and one of my favorites, Do Wackadoo. Stick around. When we come back, we're going to pay tribute to the little man. No, I'm not talking about the song by Alan Jackson. I'm talking about the original Little Man. You're listening to the Honky Tonk Jukebox with your host, the Sugar Daddy.
The Taste of Italy Italian Restaurant, the area's newest dining experience, will have you saying, wow. Mouth-watering pizzas, traditional Italian entrees, delicious desserts, and the top-notch staff have folks raving about the Taste of Italy. Tell them you heard about it on KD Country or from the Sugar Daddy. The Taste of Italy Italian Restaurant, Clarion Road, just off Route 29 in Altavista.
Aaron's Shopping Center of Altavista is now leasing at ridiculously low rates, starting at just $6 a square foot. We have completely finished spaces available right now. We also have a complete restaurant, 3,800 square feet, ready to roll. So just call today and move your business here. We'd like to have a mattress shop, a tobacco shop, a barber shop, a beauty salon. And what we'd really like to have is doctor's offices or chiropractic offices. Now's the time to start a new business or to move your existing business here. There's plenty of parking, security is great, and it's so convenient. We are located on the north side of Altavista, just 15 minutes south of Lynchburg. So if you're ready to move your business to a premier location, give the Sugar Daddy a call at 434-369-0039. So give us a call today and come and be a part of the Aaron's Shopping Center.
You got your nickname from the song. You've been called Tater ever since that came out.
You know who gave me that nickname?
Who did?
Hank Williams Sr.
Really?
Yes, sir. Walking down the street one day, and he says, Tater, let's go in the store here and buy something. I've been Tater ever since.
Isn't it true that he wrote Hey Good Looking for you?
Yes, he did.
Well, not for you, not because you was good looking, but I mean, he wrote the song.
we were riding along in an airplane with Minnie Pearl and her husband, Henry Cannon, on our way to Wichita, Kansas. He said, Tater, you need a hit song. I said, Lord knows that. I need a hit song. He said, I'm going to write you one. Get a piece of paper. So Minnie Pearl gave us a piece of paper, and I had a pencil, and he started writing Hey Good Looking, and in 30 minutes, it was done. He said, now record that. That'll make you a hit. And I intended to do that. A week later, we were in the old studios at WSM for the Friday Night Frolic. They said, Tater, I cut your song today. And I said, much obliged, Harm. I appreciate that. What a friend.
He was born James Cecil Dickens in Bolt, West Virginia in 1920. He's been a member of the Grand Ole Opry since 1948. And when he passed away January 2nd, he was the oldest living member of the Grand Ole Opry. Little Jimmy Dickens stood all of 4 foot 11 inches, and Jimmy was the originator of the rhinestone-studded suits that country music became famous for. Little Jimmy loved to tell jokes. One of his favorites was by going to the doctor, complaining about he couldn't hear anything out of his left ear. And the doctor shined his little light in there and looked and says, well, no wonder you can't hear. You've got a suppository in your ear. He said, thanks a lot, Doc. Now I know what I do with my hearing aid. And another one was, I got a stiff neck. I had a little accident at the house. I was dabbing a little toilet water on the back of my neck, and the lid fell down and hurt. And the lid fell down and hurt me. Jimmy was always a fun guy to be around. Made a lot of people laugh in his lifetime. Here's to you, Jimmy. I'm hoping you're making them laugh in heaven, too. Little Jimmy suffered a stroke on Christmas Day and was hospitalized and died on January the 2nd. His funeral was at the Grand Ole Opry House, and he is entombed in the Woodlawn Memorial Cemetery in Nashville. Guess what? In 1965, Little Jimmy had his one and only #1 hit, and I'm going to play it for you right now.
One fine day as I was walking down the street, spied a beggar man with rags upon his feet. Took a penny from my pocket, in his tin cup I did drop it, and I heard him say as I made my retreat, hey, the bird of paradise, fly up your nose. May an elephant caress you with his toes. May your wife be flagged with runners in her hose. Hey, the bird of paradise, fly up your nose. toes. Found $100 bill among my clothes. When he called me, I came running, gave him back his dime for phoning, and I heard him saying as I turned to go, "May the bird of paradise fly up your nose. May an elephant caress you with his toes. May your wife be flagged with runners in her hose. May the bird of paradise fly up your nose." I was way behind one day to catch a train. The taxi driver said, "We'll make it just the same." A speed cop made it with us, and as he wrote out the ticket, I stood by politely waiting for my change. May the bird of paradise fly up your nose. May an elephant caress you with his toes. May your wife be plagued with runners in her hose. May the bird of paradise fly up your nose. May the bird of paradise fly up your nose. May an elephant caress you with his toes. May your wife be plagued with runners in her hose.
They passed an ordinance in the town. They said we'd have to tear it down. That little old shack out back, so dear to me. Though the health department said its day was over and dead, it will stand forever in my memory. Don't let 'em tear that little brown building down. Don't let 'em tear that precious building down. Don't let 'em tear that little brown building down. For there's not another like it in the country or the town. It was not so long ago that I went tripping through the snow out to that house behind my old hound dog, where I'd sit me down to rest like a snowbird on his nest and read the Sears and Roebuck catalog. I would hum a happy tune, peeping through the quarter moon, as my daddy's kin had done before. It was in that quiet spot daily cares could be forgot. It gave the same relief to rich and poor. Don't let 'em tear that little brown building down. Don't let 'em tear that precious building down. Don't let 'em tear that dear old building down. For there's not another like it in the country or the town. Now it was not a castle fair, but I could dream a future there and build my castles to the yellow jacket's drone. I could orbit around the sun, fight with General Washington, or be a king upon a golden throne. He's seen one of them, I know. It wasn't fancy built at all. We had newspapers on the wall. It was air conditioned in the winter time. It was just a humble hut, but its door was never shut, and a man could get inside without a dime. Don't let 'em tear that little brown building down. Don't let 'em tear that precious building down. Don't let 'em tear that dear old building down. For there's not another like it in the country or the town.
A friend of mine gave me 10 little bottles of some special stuff that he had brewed up himself. So I took it and hid it down in my basement. But my wife found out about it, and she told me to get rid of it or else. Since I didn't like the way she said, or else, I went down there and proceeded to carry out her instructions. I set the 10 little bottles on the drain board, picked up the first bottle, pulled the cork out of it, and poured it down the sink. That is, all except one little swaller, which I drank. I picked up the next bottle and I pulled the cork out of it and I poured it down the sink. All except one little swaller, which I drank. I picked up the next bottle and I pulled the sink out of it and I poured it down the sink. All except one little swaller, which I drank. I picked up the next sink and I pulled a bottle out of it and I poured it down the cork. All except one little swaller, which I drank. I picked up the next cork and I pulled the sink out of it and I poured it down the bottle. All except one, let's see, little swaller, which I sank. I usually have a little difficulty with this number. You see, I come from a great long line of drinkers. I had an uncle that drank a quart a day every day of his life. Heck me, I spill more than that. No kidding. He could drink a quart and not even stagger. Heck, he couldn't even move. We told him, we says, you better quit drinking that stuff, it's gonna kill you. Sure enough, it killed him. He died last year at the age of 102. Well, don't laugh. We dug him up last week. He looks better than y'all do now. Guy back here asked me, he says, what's the difference between a drunk and an alcoholic? Well, I'll tell you. Us drunks don't have to attend all them dang old meetings, you know? I don't like your bartenders here in Nashville, I'll tell you that. I says to this guy, give me something cold and full of gin. He says, take my wife. You see, you got me all confused. How many bottles have I got left? How many have I got? 5. You see, in double, there's only 2.5. But I want you to know one other thing. You better not say nothing against my wife, Buster, because I'll have you know that I got the wifest little nice in the whole United States.
Well, I was ruling the roost
and I had all the chicks to myself. And then suddenly it happened, a funny little feeling I felt. Yeah, I tried to outrun it, but it finally caught up with me. But how could I run from something that I can't see? Oh, that little bitty teeny weeny thing they call the love book. Nobody's ever seen it, but it's got the whole world shook up. It all started with a little bitty kiss and a hug. It's a little bitty teeny weeny thing they call the love book. Style. But I lost that race by a good old country mile. Yeah, I was walking all around with my head held way up high. And then it fooled me, hit me, really took me by surprise. Oh, that little bitty teeny weeny thing they call the love book. Nobody's ever seen it, but it's got the whole world shook up. It all started with a little bitty kiss and a hug. It's a little bitty teeny weeny thing they call the love book. It's a little bitty teeny weeny thing they call the love book.
And there you have a Honky Tonk foursome from 1965. We heard the Possum singing Love Bug. And if you listen closely, you may have heard Johnny Paycheck singing the backup in that song. That song reached number 6 in 1965. Before that, we heard a funny little song called 10 Little Bottles by Johnny Bond. That song hit number 2 in 1965, and it's a Sugar Daddy Super number 2. It was the highest charting song that Johnny Bond ever had. Before that, we heard Ode to the Little Brown Shack Out Back by Billy Ed Wheeler. That song reached number 3 in 65. Billy Ed was from West Virginia and also wrote a couple other songs you may have heard of. Jackson for Johnny Cash and Coward of the County that Kenny Rogers recorded. And we started that foursome out with Little Jimmy Dickens singing May the Bird of Paradise Fly Up Your Nose. It was his only number 1, as I said before, and really his only big hit. Rest in peace, Jimmy, and thank you for 75 plus years of recording history. All right, when we come back from the commercial break, we're going to hear from a husband and wife team. So stick around. You're listening to Honky Tonk Jukebox with me, the Sugar Daddy.
Check out Easy Pay, the easy way to get great furniture at Ashley of Danville. Enjoy complete living rooms and bedrooms for just $99 a month. There's no credit check. Everyone's approved. Get great furniture today. Easy Pay is the easy way. Only at Ashley of Danville, Virginia's Ashley Furniture Home Store.
Have the holidays left you broker than the Tooth Fairy in a house full of 8-year-olds? Well, come on by Sugar Daddy's Jewelry Pawn and get yourself a loan. We offer loans up to $5,000 on most anything of value, and we have easy and flexible repayment plans. We also buy and sell gold, silver, and coins. We are located in the Aaron Shopping Center across the street from Wally World, or you can call 369-0039.
Bobby Bradley, mythical American, patron of the arts, equestrian trillionaire.
I'm a trillionaire.
His backyard can be seen from space. His invisible cars cannot.
You all right, baby?
I'm good.
The question is, where did it all begin?
So I can get this without credit?
Yep, we'll work with you.
I'll take it. I'll take it all!
Maybe just one TV.
Aaron's makes owning easy through lease ownership, so you can own the life you want.
Easy Pay is the easy way to get great furniture at Ashley of Danville. Right now, get complete dining rooms for just $69 a month. There's no credit checks and everyone's approved. Easy Pay is the easy way. Only at Ashley of Danville, Virginia's Ashley Furniture Home Store.
Your head held high in a world of make-believe. You don't hear a word that I tell you, and I can see you you no longer care for me. You don't hear a word that I'm saying. May as well be talking to the ceiling. I want you to know how much I love you. I talk to you all the time, but you don't hear. If you'd stop for a minute and listen, you would save yourself a lot of tears. Your party pals won't love you like I do. I've tried to tell you, but you don't hear. You don't hear a word that I'm saying. May as well be talking to the ceiling. I want you to know how much I love you. I talk to you all the time, but you don't hear. I talk to you all the time, but you don't hear.
Kiss me goodbye and write me while I'm gone. Goodbye, my sweetheart. Hello, Vietnam. America has heard the bugle call, and you know it involves us one and all. I don't suppose that war will ever end. There's fighting that will break us up again. Goodbye, my darling. Hello, Vietnam. A hill to take, a battle to be won. Kiss me goodbye and write me while I'm gone. Goodbye, my sweetheart. Hello, Vietnam. A ship is waiting for us at the dock. America has trouble to be stopped. We must stop communism in that land, or freedom will start slipping through our hands. I hope and pray someday the world will learn that fires we don't put out will bigger burn. We must save freedom now at any cost, or someday our own freedom will be lost. Kiss me goodbye and write me while I'm gone. Goodbye, my sweetheart. Hello, Vietnam. Oh, the love you promised would be mine forever. I would have bet my bottom dollar on. Well, it sure turned out to be a short forever. Just once I turned my back and you were gone. From now on, all my friends are gonna be strangers. I'm all through ever trusting anyone. The only thing I can count on now is my fingers. I was a fool believing in you, and now you are gone. It amazes me not knowing any better than to think I had a love that would be true. Why I should be taken out, tarred and feathered, to have let myself be taken in by you. From now on, all my friends are gonna be strangers. I'm all through ever trusting anyone. The only thing I can count on now is my fingers. I was a fool believing in you, and now you are gone.
Hello?
Hello, dear, will the same place be alright?
Yes, indeed. Mr. Peters, I can work late tonight.
Dear, is she near? Can she hear what you say?
You're right, Mr. Peters, and I'm leaving right away.
Are you sure she's not listening on the other line?
No, of course not. Mr. Peters, you can call me anytime.
What if she knows just where you go each time you get my call?
Don't worry, Mr. Peters, 'cause my wife don't mind at all.
Please hurry up, dear, 'cause I'm so in love with you.
I know exactly how you feel, 'cause I feel the same way too.
Tell me, dear, how much longer must we live this life?
I don't know, Mr. Peters, but I should be there by 9.
Well, don't be late. I can't wait to be with you once more.
Don't worry, Mr. Peters, I'm just heading for the door. Well, yes, Mr. Peters, I'm just heading for the door.
And there you go, another foursome from the Honky Tonk Jukebox. We started out with You Don't Hear by Kitty Wells. Kitty Wells was the original queen of country and western. I think every woman says you don't hear me, don't they? That's what my wife always tells me. Actually, she says you don't listen, but that's close enough. Next we heard Hello Vietnam by Mr. Johnny Wright, who just happened to be Kitty Wells' husband. That song was a number one in 1965, and it was written by Tom T. Hall. After that, we heard a song that was recorded by a lot of artists. My Friends Are Gonna Be Strangers by Merle Haggard. That song was written by Liz Anderson. And Liz Anderson's friend, Bonnie Owens, suggested to Liz that she let Merle sing that song, but she didn't want him because nobody had ever heard of him. Merle didn't want to do one of her songs because he had never heard of Liz. But when they met, they were well taken with each other. Merle went into the studio the very next day and recorded that song. After it had been cut and the single printed, they learned that Roy Drusky had recorded it and was releasing it as a single at the same time. Although Drusky and Haggard versions eventually made it to the Billboard Hot Country Singles Top 10 in 1965. But neither one of them made number one. And speaking of Roy Drusky, the last song we heard, Yes, Mr. Peters, was by Roy Drusky and Priscilla Mitchell. That song was Roy's only number one hit, and it was Priscilla's only top 40. Now's the time to run out to the kitchen and get you a hot cup of coffee and hurry back and get ready, because we're going to crank it up a notch when we come back. You're listening to the Honky Tonk Jukebox, if you didn't already know that.
Check out Easy Pay, the easy way to get great furniture at Ashley of Danville. Enjoy complete living rooms and bedrooms for just $99 a month. There's no credit checks. Everyone's approved. Get great furniture today. Easy Pay is the easy way. Only at Ashley of Danville, Virginia's Ashley Furniture Home Store.
Do you have old, broken jewelry? Are you tired of wearing the same old jewelry day after day? Why not trade it for some gorgeous, American-made, estate or designer gold and silver jewelry? Not only will Sugar Daddies pay you top dollar for your old pieces, but Sugar Daddies will give you 30% off on any new jewelry purchase. So come by and visit me, the Sugar Daddy, at our beautiful new location in the Aaron Shopping Center across the street from Wally World. You'll become a lifetime customer, I guarantee it. Boy, news sure travels fast in a small town. I guess you've all heard about the pizza place uptown closing down. But let me tell you about my new sponsors, the Taste of Italy, down here by me in the Wally World Shopping Plaza. Let me tell you what, buddy, they got some good food up in there. If you're looking for seafood, you need to come down here. They have at least 9 different seafood platters on the menu, and they have 6 seafood subs on the menu. So if you're looking for seafood here in Altavista, there's only one place to go: Taste of Italy. Come down and see my good friend Tony. He's always there. He's the hardest working man in Altavista. Well, the second hardest. The Sugar Daddy's the hardest work. Get down to the Taste of Italy, go in and see Tony, and try out one of these seafood platters, and pick up a pizza to take home, put in the freezer. $2 off from now until the end of the year. Or call them 309-1743.
Bobby Bradley, mythical American, patron of the arts, equestrian trillionaire.
I'm a trillionaire.
His backyard can be seen from space. His invisible cars cannot.
You all right, baby?
I'm good.
The question is, where did it all begin?
So I can get this without credit? Yep, we'll work with you. I'll take it.
I'll take it all.
Maybe just one TV.
Aaron's makes owning easy through lease ownership, so you can own the life you want.
I feel tears welling up cold and deep inside, like my heart sprung a big break, and the stab of loneliness sharp and painful that I may never shake. Now you might say that I was taking it hard since you wrote me off with a call, but don't you wager that I'll hide the sorrow when I'm right down and bald. Now the race is on and here comes pride up the backstretch. Heartaches are going to the inside. My tears are holding back. They're trying not to fall. My heart's out of the running. True love scratched for another's sake. The race is on and it looks like heartaches, and the winner loses all. One day I ventured in love, never once suspecting what the final result would be. How I lived in fear of waking up each morning and finding that you'd gone from me. There's aching and pain in my heart, for the day was the one that I headed to face. Somebody new came up to win her, and I came out in second place. Now the race is on, and here comes pride up the backstretch. Heartaches are going to the inside. My tears are holding back. They're trying not to fall. My heart's out of the running. True love scratched for another's sake. The race is on and it looks like heartaches, and the winner loses all.
Go away from my window, leave at your own chosen speed. I'm not the one you want, babe. I'm not the one you need. You say you're looking for someone who's never weak, but always strong, to protect you and defend you, whether you are right or wrong. Someone to open each and every door, but it ain't me, babe. No, 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 it ain't me, babe. It ain't me you're looking for, babe. Go lightly from the ledge, babe. Go lightly on the ground. I'm not the one you want, babe. I'll only let you down. You say you're looking for someone who'll promise never to part, someone to close his eyes for you, someone to close his heart, someone to die for you and more. But it ain't me, babe. No, 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 it ain't me, babe. It ain't me you're looking for, babe. You say you're looking for someone to pick you up each time you fall, to gather flowers constantly and to come each time you call, and will love you for your life and nothing more. But it ain't me, babe. No, 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 it ain't me, babe. It ain't me you're looking for, babe.
Make the world go away and get off my shoulders. Say the things you used to say and make the world go away. Do you remember when you loved me before the world took me astray? If you do, then forgive me and make the world go away. Make the world go away and get off my shoulders. make the world go away. I'm sorry if I hurt you. I'll make it up day by day. Just say you love me like you used to, and make the world go away. Make the world go away and get it off my shoulders. Say the things you used to say and make the world go away. Say the things you used to say and make the world go away.
Make the World Go Away. The Tennessee Plowboy, Eddie Arnold. They called him that because he was born on a farm in Henderson, Tennessee, and sometimes he would ride a mule to do the concerts. He was, without a doubt, one of the top all-time greats in country music. He sold 85 million records, and his songs spent 145 weeks at #1, more than any other singer, and charted 147 songs on the Billboard Country Music charts, second only to Mr. Jones himself. In the 50s, he had his own TV show. Arnold died in 2008 in a nursing home in Nashville, exactly 1 week before his 90th birthday. His wife of 66 years, Sally, had preceded him months earlier. In the 1950s, his career declined due to the rise of rock and roll. Arnold and Jim Reeves pioneered what became known as the Nashville sound. Tom Parker actually represented Arnold, but he fired him in '53. Before that, we heard It Ain't Me, Babe, Johnny Cash and June Carter. Although that song was never released as a single, it was a big hit in '65 and was played quite often. It was off the Orange Blossom Special album, which that song was released as a single. And we started that set off with another Possum song, The Race Is On. And we know about that pride in the backstretch, don't you people? If you don't, then I'm sure you know about the heartache going to the inside. That song was written and released by George in '64, but it peaked at #3 in 1965. Sawyer Brown took that song to #5 in 1989. I guess that's as good a place as any to wrap up the show, folks. I want to take a minute to talk about country music in 1965. Remember back at the beginning of the show when I told you that I thought the greatest changes in country and western music occurred between the years of 1965 and 1975. Well, I hope that this show helps to demonstrate some of those changes. You have the old artists whose popularity was starting to wane. Those included Kitty Wells, Hank Snow, and lots of the other guys from the 50s. Then you had the new Bakersfield sound coming on strong. Buck Owens and Merle Haggard leading the way on that. Then you had guys that were creating what they called the Nashville sound, which was like Jim Reeves and Eddie Arnold, and they were incorporating a lot of orchestra music in with their arrangements. I guess they were really some of the first crossovers. They were finding new audiences in the pop market. We're going to talk about that again next week when we do 1975, and you're going to see how much it changed from a simple style of 1965 into the more elaborate arrangements of the 1970s. It's still country music though, folks, and we still love it, don't we? I know I do. I hope you enjoyed tonight's show, and I hope you'll tune in next week when we do 1975. And until we do, I want to leave you with this message. We still live in the greatest country in the world, folks. Let's keep it that way. This is the Sugar Daddy, signing off.